What's up, guys? It's Rob here, and today we're going to be talking about Shiba Inu, a very popular crypto. We're going to be talking about can it realistically go to 1 cent. All right, a lot of people have been calling for it to go to 1 cent. We're going to talk about can it realistically go there, and we're going to look at what's driven it up in the past, what's driving it up right now, what's happened to similar meme coins. We're going to look at the market caps and do some math, and we're going to come to our conclusion at the end of the video. So make sure to stay tuned for that. Now, Shiba Inu. Obviously, pumping up pretty big today, right? It's up pretty significantly. It was up even more in the earlier hours of the morning, closer to 9. It is pumping up massively due to its listing on Robinhood, all right? Robinhood has decided to list Shiba Inu, SHIB, Solana, Compound, and Polygon's Matic token, all right? So they've added quite a few cryptos today. And this is big news for SHIB, right? Essentially, Shiba Inu was a meme coin, very similar to Dogecoin. A lot of people have been saying that Robinhood listing will pump this thing up, pump it up to 1 cent, pump it up to $1. We're just talking about 1 cent in this video. But a lot of people have been calling for Shiba Inu to get to 1 cent. So can it actually do this on the Robinhood listing? Well, we're going to look at what happened when it was added to Coinbase, right? That is actually what preceded the last big pump in Shiba Inu. You can see Shiba Inu was added to Coinbase September 16th, all right? So what happened shortly after September 16th? You can see September 16th is right here, actually. September 16th is right here. This pump was caused by Shiba Inu being added to Coinbase. And then just a couple of weeks later, Shiba Inu did proceed to go on a really massive rally. Now, it's not given up all of those gains. It's still actually remained fairly elevated from where it was prior to that. It's still maintained a very dramatic and large market cap. And a lot of people have been following this coin pretty closely, right? A lot of people have actively been investing in it, keeping the price relatively elevated. And it's been popular, to say the least, right? It has a lot of supporters out there, and a lot of them were calling for Robinhood listing to add a lot to the price. Now, if you look at the one-day chart, you can see the price was up by about 30%, close to 30% at the peaks, and has since faded away a little bit. But like we saw with the Coinbase listing, it did proceed to fade away over the next couple of days, and then in the weeks and months afterwards, it ended up pumping up quite a bit. Now, this listing on Robinhood could potentially be a little bit different. But to determine how realistic it is, we've got to look at a couple of things. One, we've got to look at the social sentiment of the coin, right? Obviously, this coin is getting a lot of attention right now. It's the #1 top trender on StockTwits. It's close. It's getting up there on the most active list. This news obviously just broke a couple of hours ago. It's already number 6 on the most active list. It would not surprise me in the slightest to see, since it's the #1 trending, that it does get up on the #1 most active list fairly shortly, right? I would expect maybe this could almost certainly, and almost certainly will be on the #1 most active list on StockTwits. It's getting a ton of attention. If you search for Shiba Inu on Google, it's getting a ton of attention there. A ton of people are looking into this thing as opposed to the past week. So obviously people are making their decisions about whether or not to buy it. Some people might be basing their decision on whether or not they think that Shiba Inu can get to a cent, right? If it can actually reach a cent in price. Now, for it to do that, we're going to look at what did it take for Dogecoin, right? How high did Dogecoin go market cap wise? Because Shiba Inu is a $14 billion market cap coin right now. Dogecoin is an $18 billion market cap coin. And oftentimes I find that the market caps can really limit the upside of a coin, and can kind of be the end-all be-all of how high things can go. So Dogecoin is obviously a huge phenomenon. Way back when Elon Musk was tweeting about it all the time, it was getting close to $1. It didn't quite get there. These things almost never go to the exact price that people are calling for. But with Dogecoin, it did get fairly high. It got almost, I believe, actually above 80 cents per coin, if I'm not mistaken. So for Dogecoin, we're going to look at the market cap, wherever I hit it. Here it is. So Dogecoin, how high of a market cap did it get to? Well, Dogecoin's market cap was 18.5 billion at the time that I did this calculation. And to get to the highs of Dogecoin, or close to the highs, it would have to 5.1x, meaning that when Dogecoin was at its peak, it had about a $95 billion market cap. Now, for Shiba Inu to get to 1 cent, currently as a $14 billion market cap just about, it would have to about 11.5x to get to 1 cent per coin. And that would mean it would have to have a $161 billion market cap. Now, that's a lot higher than what Dogecoin ended up getting to, right? Dogecoin could only get to 95 billion. Shiba Inu would have to get to 161 billion. It's not impossible, but it seems a little unlikely. It doesn't seem too realistic, considering that would make it rank even above Tether market cap wise, right? That would make it the third biggest crypto in the world. And I know Dogecoin, it was definitely up on this list. It was fairly high on this list. In fact, Dogecoin may even have been the number 3 crypto out there when it reached its peak. But it is worth noting that Dogecoin only had to get to a 95 billion. It didn't even break the $100 billion mark, if I'm not mistaken. Shiba Inu, 161 billion. That is dramatically higher. And Dogecoin did, at the time, have Elon Musk on its side. It had some other celebrities coming around to it. I believe some rappers were coming around to Dogecoin tweeting about it. It had quite a bit going for it. And Shiba Inu certainly does, right? It has a very strong community, and it's absolutely not impossible that it could get to 161 billion. It just doesn't seem the most likely, right? So is it realistic? I don't think it's going to get to 1 cent. Is there probably some upside on this coin? There's very potentially some upside on this coin, like we saw back in the past when Shiba Inu was pumping after the Coinbase listing. It listed around here, and then a couple of weeks later, it did pump up. We could see a similar thing. There's no guarantee that that's going to happen. Obviously, this is a different case. People have been using Robinhood as a rallying call for Shiba Inu, and now that this has happened, it may actually mean that there's not as much leading for people to invest in the coin, right? If it's already been listed on Robinhood, people might view it as, all right, it's listed on Robinhood. What else are we waiting for, right? That was the big catalyst that we were all hoping for. We were hoping a ton of people would buy it up on Robinhood. Obviously, that is still possible. This thing only listed on Robinhood a couple of hours ago. That was announced, so there's still plenty of time for people to hear about this thing. Not everyone on Robinhood is constantly checking the news and figuring out, oh, there's a new crypto listed. Let me go buy it, right? So there's absolutely potential that people could continue to learn about this coin, that more people could actually figure out about it by either looking into it. They could search for it on Google. They could find out about it on StockTwits. They could find out about it on Reddit. They could find out about it on YouTube even, right? I'm sure some people watching this will be hearing about Shiba Inu potentially for the first time. So I wanted to make this somewhat beginner-friendly for no one who had heard about Shiba Inu before. For disclosure, I will actually say that I have bought Shiba Inu and do still hold Shiba Inu in the past. I actually bought right as it was listing on Coinbase, right? I heard that it listed on Coinbase around here. I bought in. I was selling as it was moving up. I never ended up selling all of it. I do still hold some Shiba Inu, but I just wanted to point that out. I did buy around the time that it was pumping in the past. Am I going to buy more now? Probably not, right? I'm probably not going to buy more now. I'm happy with what I've got. I hold some SHIB, I hold some Doge, I hold some Bitcoin, I hold some Ethereum. I'm happy with what I've got. It's already pumped up quite a bit. It's way more expensive than where I initially bought it. If it does happen to pump up, I'm happy to enjoy those gains. If it doesn't, then so be it, right? It's not the end-all be-all. It's not that huge of a portion of my portfolio, but I do enjoy riding these meme coins out because sometimes they can go a lot higher than you expect. So that's what I've got for you in the video for today. For anyone who hasn't heard of Shiba Inu, there you go. For anyone who is curious about what I think about it getting 1 cent, there you go. I don't think it's the most likely. It's possible, but not the most likely, in my opinion, just based off the market caps, right? And the social attention that it's gotten. It doesn't have any massive celebrities that I know of, at least, supporting it, at least not on the scale that Elon Musk was at. So that's what I've got for you for today's video. Not financial advice, just my opinion. And other than that, guys, have a great day. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.